We're on our way to Botswana. So it happens to be a solo trip in my car. My normal team is not with me, my daughters and my wife. But I do have some mates with me, and I've got Ryan from 4x4 Ventures with this Ford Ranger, an amazing new canopy that he's fitted. I'll try and get some sneak pictures for you later and show you what that looks about, but it looks amazing. So then we got Byron in his 90 towing a little trailer, camping trailer. We got Miro in his 110 dual cab towing a Conqueror companion trailer. So the plan is we're going to be going to Francistown, so it's a long first day, staying at a campsite just outside of Francistown, and then we're going to be going to Hunters Road tomorrow, and we're going to hope we spend about 2 days there. So 3 Land Rovers and a Ford. Let's see what happens. This should be pretty exciting. Unfortunately, Ryan's only joining us for part of the trip, as he has to go to Zimbabwe, to Wangi, the lucky bugger. But very nice to have him along with us. Maybe I could get some tips from a real professional. If you haven't seen his channel, please go and look at his channel. He's got some really amazing videos of all the trips he does. It's called 4x4 Ventures without the A. Very nice channel to go and have a look at, and some really nice coverage of his trips. So I will check in a bit later when we're at Cobbler's Bridge or Martin's Drift. Hopefully there's not too many people there and it's a quick crossing. Can't wait to be in Botswana. It's been a while. And we've made it to the Limpopo. Been a while since we were on this bridge, which is looking pretty awesome. Welcome to Botswana. The crossing took 2.5 hours, mainly due to the added procedure due to COVID. The drive from the border post up to Woodlands Lodge was very frustrating and slow going, but we eventually made it. Ryan, is this how you normally pack your canopy?
This is the first time I'm using this setup, so I'm trying to figure it all out. And yes, there are some snags that I need to get to.
So we've just left Woodlands campsite. What a great stopover that we had there. Really nice evening with some nice people. I hope you can hear me alright, because we're on quite a badly corrugated road, heading for the tar road. So the plan is now to go to Hunters Road, which we're all excited about. It's already very hot, so I think on Hunters Road it's going to be extremely hot. So here we have Ryan hunting for goats. Did you see that? I think I missed it, I'm sorry. There was a goat that ran across the road that he had to brake for. Absolutely nothing better to me than traveling along these cut lines in Botswana. It's such a privilege to do this sort of thing. But just some few pointers that you've got to watch out for is that not so much on this cut line, but on some of them you can get some very hard wood, bits and pieces of wood that's sort of stuck in the sand, old tree stumps and stuff like that. So you've got to watch out that you don't damage your tires. But Ryan from 4x4 Ventures was just telling us that Botswana has a massive problem with the elephant population, which is quite interesting. They say that there should be around about 60 to 70,000, if I remember correctly, elephants in Botswana for it to be sustainable and not do too much environmental damage. But currently there's 180,000 elephants in Botswana. It's almost 3 times, it's crazy. So now there's a big debate going on whether they are going to be culling or hunting or leaving it or anything like that. I don't know what the answer is. There's cleverer people than I am that would have the answer. But it's a shame actually. But anyway, we're back on the cut line. We've got about 18 kilometers to go until we reach Hunters Road. So it's about 18 kilometers of this thick sand, which is great fun. The Landies are going side to side as most cars do in the sand, and you just, when you're driving on these sort of sections, you mustn't fight the steering wheel. If you end up fighting the steering wheel, you end up with your wheels turned, and it can actually be quite dangerous if it hooks and then turns the vehicle over. So it's just, you've got to be cautious, you know. But yeah, great fun, great privilege to be out here. And unfortunately my wife and daughters are missing this, but next time. Anyway, we'll catch up when we're in camp.
How awesome is this? Thick sand, black cotton soil. Now we deflate. Let's make it work. What an adventure.
After Mira and Byron had got stuck a little bit in some of the thick sand, we made the decision that I would go out in front and travel the last 5 to 8 kilometers and to see how thick the sand was and let them know ahead of time whether they could do it. It was very thick and slow going, but with the right tire pressures and momentum, they easily made it. From here, it's another 18 or 20 kilometers of scenic drive through Mopani bushveld, and we saw lots of game tracks, but we didn't see much game at all. We eventually made it to the campsite and managed to set up camp just in time to watch the sun go down. The fire was lit, drinks were poured, and we had a fantastic evening around the fire. Ryan even tried to give me a few lessons very patiently of how to take pictures of the stars in the Milky Way. It's all still very foreign to me, but I'll get the hang of it. The next day we just stayed in camp and we tried out Byron's new pizza oven with some pizzas from Setabella, which Mira had very kindly bought for us, which were unbelievable. Unfortunately, the pan was totally dry, so no animals came to visit. A few years ago we actually spent some time here, and the kids were actually swimming in this pan. It was probably about 1.2 meters deep, and we were constantly visited by elephant throughout the day and the night. We had parked into a Lapa type setup so that in order to protect ourselves, but it ended up being a little bit of a disappointment as no animals at all came past, although there were lots of tracks on the road nearby. Two of the best things to watch while in the bush is the sunset and the earth shadow rising on the horizon. So one of the things I want to just talk about is bush camping etiquette. When we arrived at this campsite, we found beer cans, Coke cans, all thrown deep into the bushes. And I think it's quite disgusting that people are leaving their rubbish behind. It's easy. All you have to do is put it in a plastic bag, take it out with you, and then dump it at the next garage, shops, wherever you go. You know, if we want these places to remain beautiful, don't litter. It's simple. If you litter, well, I've got a name for you, but I probably can't say it on YouTube. Let's keep these places pristine, guys. It's really shameful that people are throwing their cans into the bushes.
Good morning.
Serious proper workout that.
That's why I stopped.
Okay, so we're on our way. We've left the campsite on Hunter's Road. We're on our way to Elephant Sands. Very dusty, going slow, no animals. I think it's too hot and there's no water, so I think they are probably where the water is. Extremely hot. It's actually 35 degrees already. And it's only 20 past 9 in the morning, so it's going to be a lovely day. Fortunately, it's that time of the trip where we have to inflate tires, but not for long. It's just to get to Elephant Sands, which is about 90 kilometers away. A little hint for you guys. A lot of people worry about extra plug points for your battery to your pump. What I do is I just plug it in straight to the trailer plug point. So you really don't want to travel with low pressure in your tires, because the tires can overheat and can blow up, and that's the last thing you want on a trip like this. A little bit of advice when traveling on these roads: just watch out for, there's quite a lot of holes, animals dig holes, there's some sandy sections and some ruts that can catch you out. So just be careful, don't be tempted to go too fast. I find that about 40-50 k's an hour is probably a safe speed. You can maybe go a little bit higher than that, but generally that's about the safest speed I would go. I wouldn't mind carrying on straight over there. It would be an awesome trip.
For you. 100% guys. Enjoy. Thanks so much for everything, eh?
Ryan, lekker to have you join us, but thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back at Joburg. Have a safe trip.
Absolutely, I will do, mate, and thanks for everything, Bruce. Allowing you to come along. Absolutely fantastic.
In the next episode, we visit Elephant Sands, Kuba Island, and Kamarana Sanctuary. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it.